Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we are back here on Pokemon Showdown today. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building an OU team around Mega Tyranitar. Then we'll be hopping on the ladder, testing out the team of course, and making any changes to it that we do feel are necessary. And the final product will be down below in the description for all of you to try out. So should be an exciting time, but let's just go ahead and hop right in right here. So really nice attack stat on Mega Tyranitar right here. I actually think it's the second or third highest in the meta right now. And when you pair that with a really nice bulk right here, it just gives it a ton of setup opportunity. And the speed stat's actually really nice too. It allows it to outspeed stuff like Ash Greninja after a Dragon Dance, which you wouldn't normally be able to do with regular Tyranitar, so that's definitely very nice to consider as well. Now, obviously the stuff that it struggles with are faster Scarfers even after your Dragon Dance. Stuff like Choice Scarf Katana, Choice Scarf Excadrill, as well as Tapu Lele are definitely big threats to this, and when I was looking at Pokemon that could just deal with all of that, put those in check, Celesteela actually came to mind. It can just sponge all those Steel and Fairy type hits, which is really nice, so I thought this was a really great option, and it just gives us a nice pivot as Mega Tyranitar definitely struggles with those Pokemon right now. So I believe the standard spread that Smogon represents is 248 in HP, and then 104 in defense and 156 in SpDef. I'll go ahead and get the spread double checked, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. I'll be sure to go ahead and fix that if it's wrong between the building process and when you start battling, but we can go ahead and just put leftovers on here for now, and then just pretty standard set, Leech Seed, Flamethrower, Heavy Slam, and Protect. There isn't really many other options that you do want to run on this. Protect is just really nice to get that nice residual recovery, and I really think this defensive mon right here can help out Mega Tyranitar a lot, and just put all those Pokemon in check basically. So now when we're looking at more Pokemon that we want to add, this core definitely struggles with Specs Keldeo quite a lot, as well as Ash Greninja. Ash Greninja is a giant problem to this core right here. So when we look at Pokemon that could deal with that, Magearna could definitely work, but we already have a Steel type, and Spec Secret Sword from Keldeo is going to be doing a lot of damage anyway, so I don't really like that idea. Is there a more offensive check that we could do? We could do Assault Vest Tangrowth. That pairs pretty well with Celesteela too. They definitely form a pretty nice defensive core. It's not a regenerator core, but it definitely does what it needs to. It would also provide knockoff support. Let's do Tangrowth for now. I really like that idea. Just standard Assault Vest Tangrowth helps deal with Ash Greninja too. We don't get 2-hit KO'd by Ice Beam with the pretty standard spread of just max HP, max SpDef. And I guess we'll go with minus, I'm not sure what's normal. I believe minus attack is normal, and we'll just go ahead and put the 4 in defense. And then we're the standard set of Giga Drain. And then I guess we'll go with knockoff, Earthquake, and do I want to go HP Ice or HP Fire? I mean, Lando is kind of a problem, but we do have Celesteela. Celesteela can also deal with Ferrothorn. We'll go ahead and put Hidden Power Ice on here for now, just so that we can further deal with Pokemon like Zygarde, just because Banded Zygarde is a giant problem to this team right now. And Tangrowth can definitely take advantage of that, despite the fact that we are running a more SpDef set, so that's looking pretty good so far now. This is a pretty good defensive core. I mean, obviously Tyranitar is going to be our main win condition. I would love to add another sort of win condition, and we still don't have any hazards going on, neither hazard control or hazards, so definitely do want to start adding hazards right here. We still do also have our Z-move slot available, so that's definitely something we do want to keep in mind when moving forward right here as well. Flynium Torn can definitely help provide us hazards, and it does have a regenerator alongside Tangrowth, so that's actually a really cool option. I just don't want to add to my Stealth Rocks weakness if I don't have to, but I guess we can regenerate that off if we do feel also that's necessary. Another option would be Flynium Lando with the rocks. I don't really ever run SD Flynium, but I think Torn is definitely a much nicer option right here. Also gives us a nice speed tier at base 121. Let's go ahead and do that, just because the primary things that threaten Torn, such as Greninja and Tapu Koko, we already have Tangrowth to switch into, so we'll go with Flynium on this thing right here. Provides us a double knockoff if that is what I want to do, but obviously we're going to go with Hurricane, U-Turn, and then what other coverage do I want right now? We can go with, I think we have to go knockoff, pretty much. Knockoff's really nice. And then it's pretty much just between Heat Wave and, what else does it usually run? We can run Taunt, I guess? Taunt to prevent hazards from opposing side, but we have Defog. We have to run Defog, obviously. That's the main reason why I'm running this, and I guess we'll go with knockoff. If I feel as though knockoff's not working out, the double knockoff thing isn't really necessary. I'll go ahead and change that when we are battling too, but I believe the standard is just max, and then I actually don't think we go minus the attack right here. I actually believe we go minus defense, and then we put the 4 into attack, so that's looking pretty nice now. As I said before, we have our hazard control. We still do need hazards, and I would love another win condition to just pair alongside Mega Tyranitar. I mean, Ash Greninja would be cool, but double Dark type win conditions is probably not the greatest idea. What's just a win condition that nobody really preps for? I mean, Double Dance Mew is there, but we already have our Z-move slot on Torn. We can't really go with any sort of Mega, which is kind of unfortunate. Scarf Lele could be cool. Do I have any sort of priority on this team that doesn't appreciate the Psychic Terrain? Not really. I mean, Choice Scarf Tapu Lele definitely looks pretty fine right here. We have Tangrowth to switch into Magnezone, which is really helpful for my Celesteela, as well as Tapu Lele if we do decide to add that. As well as Torn and Tyranitar, so yeah, we'll go ahead and do Tapu Lele right now, and I think we're going to run Choice Scarf, just because the primary switch-ins to Choice Scarf are stuff like Magearna and Jirachi. I mean, obviously, we're still pretty weak to Magearna. We don't really have a good way to break that. So let's rethink this right now. I don't think Choice Scarf Tapu Lele is the best option right now. I definitely want something that can just deal with Magearna. I think Scarf Lando might be a better option. Scarf EQ on that thing could definitely be a cool win con, because we deal with opposing Lando really well, and that's one of the biggest checks to Scarf Lando, so that looks pretty good. We have Celesteela to do that, so let's go ahead and do this for now. I believe it's just a 148, and then max speed, and then I believe it's like 92, and then the rest in defense. This is probably really wrong. I'll have to double check it, just like I'm going to double check the Celesteela, but I'll get that fixed, of course, and then I'll go ahead and run Choice Scarf. I never really memorize EV spreads, it's just not really worth it. And then I'll go U-turn, Earthquake, HP Ice, and we could go Scarf Defog on this too, but it's really not that necessary considering we're not particularly weak to hazards, and we have Defog Torn already as well, so I don't think we were going to do it and do that. We could run Scarf Rocks. Scarf Rocks would be a cool option. I mean, we have to run Earthquake. We already have that on here. Good. I'm pretty sure it's either... What do I want to run? Is there something pretty obvious that I'm missing? We could go Scarf Knock. Actually, Knockoff Pressure to deal with Chansey is really nice on this team. Let's go ahead and do Knock for now, and if I'm forgetting something really obvious, I'll add that on after. But I feel like that's a pretty good set. And then we have one more slot right here. So we have two pretty good win conditions in Scarf Lando plus a Dragon Dance Megatar. And we have a pretty nice defensive core going on right here with Celesteela Tangrowth, as well as nice regen, and we do have Hazard Control. Now the last thing that I need is obviously a Hazard setter, so Stealth Rocks is basically what I'm looking for. We already have a Steel type, and Tyran and Celesteela pretty much check the exact same things. Fairy types. Obviously Heatran doesn't even deal with the ground types, so let's not do that. What other cool hazard setters are there? I mean, Stealth Rock's Mew is a thing. I don't want to really go that bulky though. Is there something offensive that I can just put rocks on? Do I want to change this to like offensive rocks, Lando? I feel like that's something I really want to do. Just Earth Plate with offensive, and then we can run a different win con later. Let's do that. We're going to go with Earth Plate, and then I think we're going to run Scarf Lele, so we're going to go ahead and run Stealth Rock right now. And then we're going to run... We might actually just keep the rest of the set the same. Unless I want to go... We need to run a U-turn on this thing, just because it is obviously a Earth Plate mon. We don't really use it for momentum. We need Smackdown, basically. I always run Smackdown over Gravity. So let's go ahead and run Smackdown right there. Smackdown, EQ, Stealth Rock, and... What's the last move? Edge? Are we weak to Mega Pinsir? No, not really. Celesteela, Mega Tyranitar pretty much deals with that. Obviously it can run close combat, but I think Earth Plate Lando is definitely the better way to go right here. So we have one more move slot left. I don't want to go Rocks SD. We're a Knock. I still want to have that knockoff pressure for Chansey's of Violet. And then finally for our last Pokemon right here, now that we have both hazards and hazard control, I think Scarf Lele is a pretty cool last option. Is there anything else that looks kind of better that I'm missing? I mean, Coco could form a Volt Turn core with Tornadus and just help us get in Earth Plate Lando pretty easily. That actually looks pretty nice. Coco plus Torn. I mean, I don't want to add any sort of Stealth Rock Suicune. I think we'll go with Coco just because, once again, really nice speed tier. Can switch into opposing Torn, which we kind of struggle with depending on the coverage. Could run Focus Blast to hit Tyranitar, as well as Heat Wave for Celesteela. So the question is, what Coco set are we running? How many Choice Mons do I have so far? We don't have anything, do we? So Specs Coco looks alright. Not that that would really make a difference, but I usually try to avoid running more than 2 Choice Mons, so that's pretty much why I'm checking that. But I think we'll go ahead and run Specs for now, and if we find that another set's going to work out better, we can obviously go ahead and alter it. But I believe standard with Specs is just T-Bolt, Volt Switch, U-Turn, Dazzle. Actually, Hidden Power Ice Dazzle is probably the better idea right here. And yeah, I think that's going to be the team right now. I really like the look of it. Nice Volt Turn, really good defensive core right here. 2 nice win cons, and hopefully it can put in some work. this live, and if not, oh well, I'll go ahead and change it, and maybe we can do better towards the end of the session. But let me just go ahead and make sure that we've used all of our EVs, of course, 4 moves on everything. Yes, we do have everything good, and of course I'll double check those EV spreads before we get a match, but I'll be right back with our first battle. Alright, we got our first game right here. Rain is just a really annoying matchup for this team. I went ahead and fixed the EVs on our Landorus. I obviously had the Choice Scarf EVs, but I actually fixed it to have the Earthplate ones, but it's Mega Swampert's just a giant problem right here. I want to try to anti-lead the Pelipper, which I'm fairly sure he's going to try to lead off with that, so let me go ahead and lead off here with my Torn, as it doesn't really deal with it, but we will get Regenerator health no matter what. And I can just go ahead and just throw off a knockoff turn 1 in case he doesn't want to hard switch, because I want to try to get rid of this Damp Rock as soon as possible, and I'm hoping he tries to like U-turn right here or something. That would definitely be very ideal, but he's just going to switch to Tapu Koko. I'm assuming this is Z-move then. It does look like it is Z-move, so I have to go out into my Tangrowth right here. Alternatively, I just go hard Lando and don't expect the Ice-type move. That looks like a good plan, because I can just throw off an Earthplate Earthquake. I have to preserve Tapu Koko's health just for Hawlucha, so we're making the Tangrowth play right here, as he's going to try to fire off Electrium, it looks like. That's not going to do too much damage, yeah. And what I can do is just go ahead and just fire off a Giga Drain right here. I'm assuming he'll Volt out into Ferrothorn, which I'm not too worried about. I'll just go hard into my Celesteela, I think. The problem is with Celesteela, he can just Leech Seed me, and my Flamethrower is going to be super weak under the Rain, so I don't know if that's really the best option. I can probably just go Lando and trade Hazards with him as the better idea right now. As he's going to try to get up a Spike, yeah. I can just go ahead and get up a Rocks right here. As he's going to knock off my Earthplate, which definitely sucks. I would have loved to have that Earthplate Adamant Earthquake right here, but I can go ahead and click it anyway and just wear him down. Because we're wasting rain turns right here, and any damage on Ferrothorn is really great. I'm trying to go for a game with my... It looks like Mega Tyranitar right here. I'm going to have to defog these spikes away eventually too, because I'm pretty sure the spikes put my Tapu Koko into range of Hawlucha, which would definitely be something that I'm trying to avoid right here. So hopefully he stays in and gives me this damage right here. That would definitely help out a few of the Pokemon that I have in the back, such as Tapu Koko and Torn. Obviously Tapu Koko is not doing anything until Swampert is gone so far too. Do I want to make this Grass Knot Koko? Because we are really weak to Swampert. And a lot of people just like to go hard Swampert on Koko, so I think we might actually do that. Let's go ahead and just make a change right away. I usually don't do this, but let's get rid of, I think, Dazzle and go Grass Knot. I know it's pretty unconventional, but I really think Rain is just a bad matchup for this, and if we can get rid of Swampert with that tech, that would definitely be very helpful. So he's thinking about this. He knows that he doesn't have good Earthquake switch-ins, and he can't go Pelipper because obviously he has to risk getting knocked off, and the Rain still isn't gone, so I don't think he has a really good play right here. If I were him, I'd just stay in and try to stack the spikes right now, because let's go ahead and calc the Ferrothorn. I'm assuming he doesn't take that much from Lando without my Earthplate. Let's just go ahead and give us a Rockium set, but put Adamant on here. 42 to 49, actually good damage, as he's going to go ahead and get up that. Okay, so he has a lot of defense investment, actually. Yeah, he's doing a more defensive variant, and I can just go ahead and probably knock right here. Because the next Earthquake isn't killing anyway, and I would love to go ahead and Earthquake that. So he gets up all 3 layers, which is pretty bad. But what I can do is go ahead and just... I want to pivot to Torn right here, just because I want to Defog, and I don't want to Earthquake right here because that invites in Pelipper right away, and... Well, then I just knock off that, so never mind. I'm going to go ahead and Earthquake and knock this out. And then when Pelipper comes out, I'll go ahead and hit him with a knockoff. So I actually have Cries on. Let me go ahead and fix that right now. And I don't really play with Pokemon Cries. I don't know why they're enabled, but hopefully they go away. Let's go ahead and we see the Pelipper come out. We just knock right here. Maybe he won't expect it. We should outspeed. Yeah, and now Damp Rock is gone, which is really good for me, as he's going to go ahead and U-turn obviously into the Swampert. Now my play right here is just to probably sack. That sack is definitely the play right now, and then go Celesteela and stall out the rain turns. I mean, Pelipper's still alive. This is going to be really tough. Alright, I'm going to hope he chokes and goes for a power-up punch. Just waterfalls right away. Celesteela is my only good switch-in, right? I mean, Tangrowth can come in. Let's go Tangrowth. And then let's go ahead and pivot out into Celesteela on the Ice Punch / Waterfall. I don't know what he's going to go for. Hopefully Ice Punch. There's the Ice Punch, no freeze, good. And now I know that we take the waterfall, I can just go ahead and protect some more to stall some more rain turns. We got Regenerator on our one thing as well, so now what I'll do is go ahead and just Leech Seed right here. He's going to throw up his Stealth Rock, so I'm definitely defogging at some point. As what I can do is just go ahead and protect one more time on the next waterfall, and I think I just pivot back to Tangrowth here. No point in staying in, because I need to go for game with Torn and fast. Now I think what I gotta do is, what do I sack right here? Because I gotta keep Coco obviously for Hawlucha. I sack Tangrowth and then go, well, Torn's gonna die, that's the thing. I need to keep this in for a turn, so let me just go ahead and try to double protect, as unfortunately we fail. He's gonna waterfall me for quite a bit of damage, but it's nothing that we can't handle. Now I switch to Tangrowth right here and then try to defog these hazards away, because that's gonna make the big difference in this match, just hazards being up. So it's good to know that Celesteela can take these hits, because what this allows me to do now is go Torn and just... I can Flynium right here too, probably. I'm going to defog. Is it worth well, the thing is I have to defog, or else I'm going to lose to Hawlucha, so yeah, let me defog right here. And if he stays in an Ice Punch, is good play, but I have to do this. I don't really have another choice in the matter, but if I were him, I'd just go Pelipper again and set up the rain for a few more turns. Yeah, so he's going to go ahead and do that, as we can get rid of all these hazards right now, which I needed to do for my Tapu Koko, and what this will allow me to do now is just Flynium, I think. He's going to switch to Tapu Koko. This damage is not bad. I'll take the damage right here. As what I'll do right here is, would he really be Volt Switch? I'll go ahead and U-turn out. Would he really be Volt Switch? No, he literally showed, I think, Z Dazzling Gleam, right? Alright, so we have Grass Knot on our Koko now for future matchups, but it looks like this might be an L. Fires off a Thunder. Alright, we gotta do this. Let me go ahead and just Mega Evolve and... I think I just have to try to Dragon Dance multiple times and hope he doesn't go hard into the Hawlucha thing. Volts out. I'm assuming we'll see Hawlucha come out. Yep. He's gonna hide Jump Kick right here. Let's play off the Choke / Mist and just go for Ice Punch. He's gonna hide Jump Kick. Okay, good play. Let me switch out into my Celesteela. I mean, Tapu Koko can take the hit, but then he just goes Swampert. I don't think we have a way of coming back, but we'll try. I'll go ahead and Heavy Slam right here, as he should expect the Protect, I think. Yeah, so we get that right. We're able to Heavy Slam that thing for a bit of damage. And now I just Protect, I think. Drain Punch, okay. Let's double Protect on the high Jump Kick, I think, is my best play. We didn't get it last time, and getting it last time would have been really helpful against Swampert, so maybe we'll get it this time. As we do get it, as he's going to go ahead and go down to high Jump Kick damage, so obviously Tapu Koko is coming right back out to Volt Switch. I gotta switch out, as he's going to go ahead and Volt Switch into probably... I mean, he just goes Pelipper and then goes Kingdra and wins, so this should definitely be over. I'm not going to draw out the match right now. Well, he could be Hydro Pump, I guess, and miss that, but... yeah, let's go ahead and go off the Hydro Pump misses. There's no reason not to do that. Let's go ahead and play this out. He's debating as to what to bring in. If I were him, I'd just go Swampert, but... for all he knows, I have the Grass Knot right now. I should have put Grass Knot on originally. This would have been super helpful in a situation like right here, because then I just T-Bolt through a ton of his team. Right, maybe Specs Dazzle can kill. Nope. Yeah, he's going to be able to knock me out, and that is officially going to seal it up because of Tapu Koko. So we'll go ahead and forfeit. Unfortunate first match, but we do have the tech for Rain and Grass Knot Koko from now on, so hopefully that can help us out. And I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got another game right here, and we're facing Rain again, and I have Grass Knot on Koko this time, so let's go ahead and do this right now. I'm going to go ahead and hit this boy up with a nice Grass Knot turn 1. I'm assuming he'll go hard Swampert, yep. And we're able to go ahead and Specs Grass Knot that thing right out of there, so that's pretty great. And now he's going to bring out Kingdra. We just pivot to Tangrowth, and I think the Rain matchup is definitely a lot more improved right now, because I got a free knockoff right here on whatever wants to come in, unless it's a Zmon. I mean, it could be Z Magearna. I definitely have to be careful about letting Tangrowth get weakened just because of the obvious Magearna. He's just going to go ahead and forfeit right there. So I'm going to put this in here just because we put Grass Knot on Coco and it just ended up working out right away. So that's pretty cool. And we're back in the 1600s now, so let's go ahead and find another game. Alright, we got another game right here. I fixed my Tangrowth. Apparently we were running Chlorophyll, but got to keep Tapu Koko healthy for the Coco Lucha. Manaphy is just a giant threat to my team. Tailglow, the Z Tailglow set's just going to mess me up. Yeah, that's going to probably win. We got to play around that smartly, but I'll go ahead and lead off here with my... I'll lead Torn, as he's going to go ahead and lead right off with Lando right here. I'll go ahead and just Z... well, is that smart? I can just U-turn to Lando, can't I? Or Celesteela. I can just U-turn to Celesteela too. Which Celesteela isn't super, like, important here. I just don't want to lose to Z Rain Dance Manaphy. Can Tangrowth take a +3 Ice Beam? Can it? AV Egg from, like, Manaphy, just offensive. OU Waterium. Oh, it might be the Tailglow Psychic set. Why does it not have a 4th move on here? Is it because there's a ton of options? But anyway, does +3 Ice Beam kill? It doesn't. And he might not even have it, too. So I'm going to go ahead and go out here into Celesteela. And go with that. He's going to just go ahead and get a Rocks, which is a little bit annoying. I'm going to have to defog those away. But I get a free Leech Seed right here, as he's going to go ahead and do that. Which, I'll just protect the Scout. Maybe he'll explode on my Protect, which would be kind of funny. But if anything, he should, like, Stone Edge or whatever. Come on, explode. Nasty's up again, okay. Do I go for the double Protect? I mean, this thing isn't super important. Yeah, it's really not that big of a deal. As we don't get it, let's see what he does. Explodes right there and knocks me out. Kind of unfortunate that we lost it, but it is what it is. I'm assuming we'll see Tapu Koko here. I can force his hand here with Tyranitar. But then it's just going to be the same thing where he goes Hawlucha and it's not going to work out. So let's make a different play and go Landorus-T. As we do see the Tapu Koko come out. What I can do right here is just... I can just smack down. I'm assuming we'll see Hawlucha now. Oh, it's actually this Reflect set. Okay, let me get up a rock. I mean, he's going to get up both screens anyway. I'm assuming we'll see either Zygarde or something like that come out. Probably Zygarde. Goes Manaphy, which, as we saw, Tangrowth does take a +3 hit. Does take this +3 Ice Beam right now, so I can just Giga Drain this off. He's going to do that, which I don't agree with. Especially since, while he is at +6, I just get to click a button after this. So I'll go ahead and... Is this a sack? I could lose to Magearna if I sack this. It's not Tapu Koko. Do I just sack Torn? Sack Torn right here. As he goes ahead and fires off a nice Hydro Vortex. We might have lived that, too. But I gotta go Tapu Koko. I don't even know if Hidden Power Ice knocks him out behind terrain, so... I mean, behind the screen. Let me calc this. Because if it does, then I might as well go for that instead. So let me go ahead and calc this right now. Let's just go ahead and put in Waterium. Well, the thing is, I also don't want Tapu Koko getting up a screen again. Just T-Bolt. Knock that out. Zygarde can come out here. In which case, I think I just go back to Tangrowth and click HP Ice. Goes to Tapu Koko right here. I'll just T-Bolt this. Gets up to the next screen. I can T-Bolt again, though, pretty safely. He knows I'm Specs, but like as I said, Zygarde might be able to win this, though. Maybe not, though, because if he goes out into it now, then the Reflect will be gone. So let's see what play he makes. Goes Zygarde. I'll go Lando right here. Because the Reflect is gone, we might be able to still win. Let me start hitting up with some banded Adamant Earthquakes. Well, not Adamant. I mean, not banned, but we'll go ahead and just knock right here to get rid of that 50% berry. I don't want that activating at any point. Because I don't even know how much 1,000 Arrows is doing to us, and I'm pretty sure we'll take the hit with the other thing anyway, Tangrowth. So let me just go ahead and hit Earthquake here again, I think. As he knocks me out. Alright, I can bring in Tangrowth right now. And just hit Power Ice twice. He crits me right there, which is a little bit annoying, but I crit him back through the screen, which is pretty good for me. Brings out Tapu Koko just to get up his Reflect again. I think this is where I pulled the trigger on Tyranitar. We took damage on Tapu Koko just earlier. We might lose to Hawlucha. Alright, I gotta go hard Tapu Koko right now. And just click T-Bolt, I think. Just to make sure he can't set up. I need to win the speed tie if it is a speed tie, or else I lose. Come on, Tapu Koko, outspeed and T-Bolt this. And then we don't have to deal with the reflect. I mean, the light screen. Good. That's what I needed. Because he's gonna go Magear now. I just T-Bolt right here. Maybe not. Do I just go hard Tangrowth? He has a reflect up. I got a T-Bolt. As we get a para on the Eye of Papa Berry's shift gear. I still had an Assault as Tangrowth in the back. I don't know if I don't know how this would have Therian, but maybe we would have lost. I have no idea, but we definitely outspeed now. That definitely just took away all this endgame suspense right there, that para, but hey, I'll take that as high jump kick's not knocking me out, and we're able to pick up the win right there. It's a pretty interesting endgame. Obviously, without the para, I would have had to pivot to Tangrowth. I don't know what Z move he had, but pretty interesting right there, and I'll be right back with another game. Alright, so as you can see, I went ahead and changed up the team quite a lot now. Instead of running Grass Knot Koko to deal with rain, we have Fini plus Ferrothorn. We have Icy MZ Kyurem Black since we changed the Defogger from Flinium Torn to Fini. And then we also have the nice Ferrothorn right here, which replaced the Tangrowth, which is definitely, I think, a lot better option to deal with stuff like Astro Ninja. It gets that nice residual from Leftovers, and it can spike stack alongside Lando. So I think this is a much better option, and hopefully it can do us some work right here. Now, I need 2 Dragon Dances up to win this game with Tyranitar, but it's definitely a lot more possible right here. I think he might lead with the Zam or Lando. Probably Lando. I'll lead off here with Kyurem. He leads right with Magear now, which is a threat. I can just go Ferrothorn though, and probably eat a Flare Cannon if I had to guess. Yeah, there's the Flare Cannon, and now what I can do is just go ahead and get up a Spike right here. I mean, this one is good for Zam, but right here I can just Leech Seed, as I'm assuming he'll try to get up rocks. And then we do hit our Leech Seed, good. Let me double Leech Seed right here. I feel like he switches out into maybe... What is he switching out into? That wants to take a Gyro Ball. Never mind. Let me Gyro Ball right here. Nothing takes a Gyro Ball. Well, we are at -1, so maybe it's just better to double Leech Seed. I don't know really what he would do. So we do catch Zam. Does this have Magic Guard? It does have Magic Guard. So unfortunately, we won't be doing anything to this. But he doesn't OHKO me with Hidden Power Fire. So let me Gyro Ball for quite a bit of damage right here. Yeah, that's not going to knock me out. And Gyro Ball does a really clean amount to that Pokemon. Sucks that we got weakened, but it's still definitely pretty good right here. I can just go ahead and Gyro Ball again. He misses the second one. I mean, it's Focus Blast. That opens up the door a lot for my Tyranitar, though. Tyranitar is looking really good in this match right now. I just need to get it in on the perfect time, which it looks like it might be against this. I'll just go Fini right here. As he goes ahead and clicks Ice Beam, I can just go ahead and Moonblast this now. I think Moonblast is fine. I'm trying to go for game with the Tyranitar. I think this team is much better equipped for Tyranitar sweeps. We haven't really gotten to show off Tyranitar yet, and I think this team can do that a lot. So we know he's Assault Vest actually, so why am I taunting? Let me weaken him with Nature's Madness right here, as he just Volt Switches out. Could have gone Ferrothorn actually, that was probably pretty bad of me. But I still think we're in a fine spot right now. Kyurem Black is still at full, we still have that Z move intact, which just gets a kill when it comes out, which is good. I want to try to avoid getting swept by Scarf Landorus though. I forgot how healthy my Landorus was, it might be at full. Brings out his Tapu Koko, it is at full, okay good. So this is where I can bring out Ferrothorn, sack that off, and then try to go for a game with Tyranitar. As he goes right for a Wild Charge. So is it Scarf? It could be Scarf Wild Charge. I'm gonna go Kyurem now and hit that Z move. Yeah? Yeah. Let's hit that Z move right now. It's either that or Fusion Bolt. Now there's no reason not to Z right here and just get my kill. As we're able to knock out probably Scarf Koko, so now it's looking even better for Tyranitar, which is just really great. Let's see what he brings out. I mean, Kyurem is looking like a problem to me, though. That's the problem that I'm looking at. But we do outspeed Weavile with Koko, which is good for us. Does this even knock me out? Let me Fusion Bolt. Do they run Low Kick? If they don't run Low Kick, then I think I just win with Tyranitar. That knocks me out. What? Do they run Low Kick? I think they run Low Kick. I'm going to go out into this. And just Volt, I think. Yeah, Volt looks fine. I think it was Scarf Coco, which means it might not be Scarf on the other thing. So is this where I do the Tyranitar? I don't want to get put in range of Ice Shard, though. How much is Flare Cannon doing to Mega Tyranitar under sand? Okay, let's see. Mega Tyranitar. Dragon Dance against Magearna. AV. Flare Cannon's doing a good amount. Not a ton, though. And how much is Ice Shard doing from Weavile? 19 to 22. Is this the time? We'll try it. Let me go ahead, or I'll just Mega Evolve and attack. That's also another option. Cause like, what is he knocking out with after this? Kyurem? Probably ICM Kyurem. Yeah, let me just Ice Punch this. Get it out of there. Let's not be dumb. Because there's no point in like Dragon Dancing up and then getting one kill anyway. Out comes Kyurem Black. Let me Stone Edge right here. He's gonna fire off his ICMZ. This will knock me out. But like, now that he's getting chipped down by Sand too, I can just go out here into my... Tapu Koko's gonna win pretty soon, it looks like. Let me bring out this right here. Go ahead and Volt Switch. I could have preserved that, but it also does to Low Kick potential and Earthquake, so I don't know how much I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that, as we can bring out Fini right here. As now that I know he's gonna go for Fusion Bolt again, let me just go Lando. Well, there's no point in switching out again. I just have to try to go for a game with Coco. Let me Moonblast, as I know he's going to Fusion Bolt. Earth Power. That was not the play ever. Let's see if he's Scarf Lando now, though. Because if he's not, we might be fine. It came out earlier. What did it do? If it's Scarf Lando, he might win, but otherwise I think we're fine. Brings out Fini. Let me just Moonblast this. Or do I just try to Defog? No, I just Moonblast. Goes for Knock. I can just go out into this now and just HPS the Lando, I think. Yeah, okay, so he's going to make that play. It's probably Scarf. I don't remember what it did. As he went for... What did he click? Hidden Power Ice. Okay, so now I just HPS this. Got a crit too. Which means I think he wins because it's Scarf Lando. I don't know how much the HPS crit mattered. It's not Scarf Lando, but he's able to... It's slow Scarf Lando, but he's going to win with Ice Shard. Does Ice Shard knock me out? I think it does. If Ice Shard doesn't knock me out, that would be pretty cool, but I think Ice Shard's going to knock me out. I'll get the GG ready anyway. This is a great game. Unfortunate that Tyranitar couldn't pick up the win. He does knock me out with Ice Shard, and unfortunately, I think we might have choked that in-game right there a little bit. Kind of unfortunate, but Mega Tyranitar did get to knock out the... What did it kill? I think the Magearna, which is cool. So that's something, I guess, but I'll be right back with another game. Alright, so we switched accounts just because apparently my ult was a lot lower on the ladder than I thought it was. This account is, I think, top 500, I think. Let me go ahead and check this out. OPJellicent. Yeah, okay, it's number 350 at 1761, so pretty alright. Let's go ahead and play this match right here, though. Ignored, right? Okay, let's go ahead and try to win with... I think once Kyurem dies, we probably lose right away. How do I not lose to Cortana with a Lando? And I think he might lead off with a Drill, so I'm just going to lead off here with Lando. And just go ahead and hit him with an Earthquake. And then get up rocks. As I'm assuming he'll try to Toxic. Goes immediately into Gyarados, which I know Tapu Fini can take on. So let me go ahead and bring this out. Just hit him with the Nature's Madness. And then Moonblast a few times. Flinium Z, okay, good play. I think this eats though. So let me just go ahead and power up right here. Yeah, this is definitely going to die after this. Let me just go ahead and eat that attack. He's going to take damage, and then Power Up should knock it out. Yeah, so that thing's going to go down, which is really good for me. Out comes Cortana. He's going to Banded Knock off me, okay? There isn't any reason not to Earthquake. I can Knock. Now let me Earthquake. Is that a crit? No, it's just... What is... Oh, it's Life Orb Cortana, okay. Definitely did not catch that. Let me go out here into my... Let me go Tapu Koko. And just double to Kyurem. As he's going to switch out into Excadrill and Faint. Goes back to Cart. I'll just go Ferrothorn right here. And then switch to this and HP Ice for the knockout. Good. Okay, I was really worried that would not knock him out. Goes Magearna. I can just Volt out here into Tyranitar. So he goes for Flash Cannon and it does a million. Okay, let me go ahead and just Mega Evolve and Fire Punch. So we do at speed, which is cool. And he can't set up with anything on me, which is really good for me. Because that'll die to... I just need to not miss a Stone Edge on Victini, assuming it is Z Celebrate. And then we should be good to go right here. So he goes Zygarde, I'll Ice Punch this, he knocks me out. To be expected, I just go out into this now. I just Sub-Zero Slammer. He might win with Victini. What do I do? Save the Sub-Zero Slammer for Victini? We still have Sand Up. I'll Ice Beam right here, it should knock this out. Switches to Victini, which I find very interesting. Considering, well, I guess that thing can probably take a hit for my Tapu Koko. I'll Z here though, I think. Or Earth Power. Z should knock this out. Goes right for V-Create. Yeah, he might have this, just because Zygarde takes this hit, probably. I'll T-Bolt. Oh, is it Scarf? Yeah, it's Scarf Victini. And we definitely don't even knock this out. As, yeah, he's going to be able to take the game right there. So, Mega Tyranitar somehow outsped all offensive Megear now. Actually, I guess we're faster naturally, right? Yeah, Max Speed Jelly. Makes sense, but unfortunate. That guy was pretty high on the ladder, too. Though we had to take that L right there. I really thought we could win, but I'll be right back with another game. Alright, we got another game right here. I feel like, even though we're 2-3 right now, besides that first loss against Rain, they've been pretty good matches. Like, that last one wasn't bad, but ideally we win this one and end it off at least even. I mean, I feel like Mega Tyranitar is one of those mons that looks really great on paper, but it's just not very good in the meta right now with all the Scarfers running around. But maybe it's just me. Maybe I'll have more success with the team. But let's go ahead and at least play this one right here and lead off here with Fini, as he leads right with his Victini right here. No idea what this is, but I'm just going to go ahead and Nature's Madness, as he goes right for the Bolt Strike, and we get our 50% off. Now, I didn't really need this for much, so I'll switch to Lando, as he Glaciates and knocks me out. Did I need that? I mean, it's good for rocks, but I'm not too stressed out about that. Let's go T-Tar. And would he have a fighting type move? He might. I could see Focus Blast coming out right here. Let's Scout with Fini. Energy Ball. That's not going to do enough. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Let me Dragon Dance right here. And maybe just a win with this. That would be great. I mean, maybe he's trying to put me in range of Banded Azu. But I just Ice Punch this. Oh, it's Scarf. Okay. So now we're in range of Banded Azu, but it's fine. He might not even go out into that. Maybe he has another Scarfer somewhere. Goes Ferrothorn. I do have Fire Punch, so let me go ahead and click that right here. Is he going to be Okaberry? Scouts with Victini. This won't knock me out, though. I'll just go ahead and Stone Edge. Knock that out. Not sure why he went Ferrothorn and then sacked Victini, but let's see what he brings in to knock me out. Goes Latias. This is not going to appreciate the Ice Punch. Yeah, it doesn't appreciate it at all. He can knock me out with Surf, and now I'm kind of in the back, but at the same time, if Surf's the best thing to hit me with, what the question is, what's his coverage going to be? Because Kyurem's really good in the end game right here. I just have to like play this smart. Alright, let's go Tapu Koko. Prevent the Roost first, and then go from there. So yeah, we're going to prevent the Roost. Now we can Volt out. Because it looks like Tapu Koko can win too. So he goes ahead and makes that play. So I can just go ahead and bring in Kyurem and Sub-Zero Slammer. Might knock this out, maybe. I mean, Ferrothorn's so bulky, but maybe not then. Let's see what he brings out, though. I need this to knock him out, probably. It does knock him out, cool. Let's see what he brings in. Tapu Koko. There's no reason to switch this out, right? Add this Fusion Bolt. Goes for Gigavolt Havoc. I can just Earth Power here. And then go with that. Or I can Ice Beam predicting Lati. Because I really can't let Lati do the recover thing. So I'll Ice Beam right here. Knock that out. And then it looks like just the combination of Ferrothorn plus Koko might be able to win. Because I'm going to Ice Beam here, obviously. He's going to Ice Beam to knock me out. Now I can go Ferrothorn. Just Leech Seed him. And then I do have Power Whip, and we do have Gyro Ball for this. So I think Gyro Ball with the Leech Seed. I need to hit the Leech Seed, but I think besides that we might be fine. We do hit the Leech Seed. I can just spam Gyro Ball here, I think. Goes out into a Zoomerl. Is this really Perish Trap set? Let me switch out. It is Perish Trap set, so now I can just Volt out. I don't think that'll matter. Magnet Koko. Really? Okay. Goes right for another Whirlpool. It's gonna rest right here, I know that. Let me Power Up. Well, I don't know why I'm Power Upping. It's definitely the rest set. He might have this anyway. Oh, never mind, okay. We might be fine. Depends on how well this wants to take my hits. But let me first Leech Seed him. He has HP Fire? I did a lot. But I just Gyro Ball right here. And then I have to try to win with this. Let me just Debolt Para maybe? And he's freezing me with Ice Beam. I gotta Thaw or else we lose. And he's gonna lose. So like I said, we're getting the matches pretty close to like that 1-0 right there. Maybe I should have played Tyranitar better in the late game, but I really thought it could win. Maybe Scarf Lando just caught me off guard. Definitely may have sent it out a little bit early, but I'm gonna end off the live right there at 2-4, as much as I don't want to. Let's see if 1724 is still top 500. 1724 is, nah, it's one game away, so I'll ladder a bit off screen. I'll also get the other account up, but unfortunate live, but we still had quite a few good matches, and we'll go ahead and end it off right there. So let me know if you guys try out the team, whether you have any more success. If you are new, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you next time. Later.